on TV, online, and on your smartphone. This is Ticker News.
The Green Edition, in association with the Root brand, inspiring greatness with natural solutions for people to reach their highest and healthiest potential.
Hello and welcome to the Green Edition, exploring hot topics and challenges in the world of business, economics and health today. Daily exposure to heavy metals and environmental toxins are a phenomenon extensively studied in research. These contaminants wield a profound impact not only on physical health, but also on the emotional and mental dimensions of overall well-being. Now, the intricate interplay between external pollutants and various facets of wellness is evident in studies, compellingly illustrating how our air, water, food, and even clothing can contribute to this pervasive challenge. For more on the impact of toxins on the immune system, I am joined by Clayton Thomas, founder and owner of the Root Brands, a company dedicated to developing green technologies. Clayton, welcome. Can you explain to our viewers what exactly is our body immune system?
Very simply, your immune system is the front line of defense that your body has for protecting the entire operating system from outside invaders and some internal invaders.
It's interesting to see those different reactions to how our body reacts to that. Why is a healthy immune system, in your opinion, so important for people to have? And we've seen in different types of dimensions, especially in the last couple of years when we've seen COVID come around, we've seen people's immune system be more compromised. So why is it so important to keep that healthy immune system?
You know, it's funny. I mean, you don't have to have a healthy functioning immune system, because then you can die and you can be sick and you can have all these problems. Or you can take care of yourself and be healthy and outstanding. It's really simple. So I think your immune system really creates that foundation for functionality, because if you have an impaired immune system, you're going to be a victim of your environment.
Exactly right. And so we're looking into what happens when a person's immune system is being compromised. Let's look at these pictures that we've seen, during COVID, where we can really see different types of vaccines and boosters to help our immune system battle sickness. So we're talking about, particularly today, the daily impact of heavy metals and environmental toxins on our bodies. How can the immune system tackle that? And what happens when it's tackling those factors and pollutants?
Well, if your immune system is working properly, it can fight some of the issues that we have with viruses and bacteria and fungus. Unfortunately, the environment, the environmental pollutants, the heavy metals, the environmental chemicals, a lot of the stuff that we're exposed to from the time we're in the womb, that we're a baby, and then every day that we're out, these environmental pollutants actually suppress your immune function. So they leave you susceptible to a lot of the issues that you see. The COVID environment was one that was unique because it really proved a very important piece of science to people. Because the majority of people that died from COVID or from the complications had multiple comorbidities. They were overweight. They had different health conditions. These health conditions are actually caused by a lot of the environmental toxins. So you can see the suppression of a healthy body function. And then when you have an additional issue that pops up, your body's not capable of dealing with it. And then you get sick, you have different problems, it could kill you, or it could debilitate you.
So we can see into hearing that and looking into that there have been different accounts where people have been sharing that toxin burden in this situation is increasing their risks of different health issues as a result of being exposed to those heavy metals, as you said, Clayton, and those environmental toxins. So talk us through more into that. That's a concern into looking into how our body fights these different sicknesses and diseases, I guess.
Yeah, these environmental pollutants and chemicals are one of the primary issues that suppress our immune function. And if you don't address those and you're not giving your body what it needs as support, then you are going to be a victim of the environment. And external environment and your internal environment are constantly working against you. If you're not being diligent on a daily basis to take care of yourself, you're going to fall prey to that which is around you. So your daily decisions should include working to give your body as much support as possible, because our environmental exposure is always changing, and it's never going to be perfect. We're never going to live in a clean environment. So you've got to be managing it on a daily basis.
Exactly right. And so what can we do to tackle those problems? You have developed a product called Clean Slate. Talk us through what exactly is Clean Slate.
Clean Slate is basically nature's little green garbage truck. That's put into a simple mechanism to allow you to take a couple drops in the morning, a couple drops at night, either directly in your mouth or in your favorite beverage, to give your body the support in taking the trash out. Something you should do in the morning, something you should do at night, and sometimes during the day, depending upon what your lifestyle is. But it really lays the foundation for taking the trash out and allowing your body to have the support it needs to do what it's capable of doing.
Clayton, we've highlighted on this show previously many times of how important it is to look after not only your external but your internal self as well. So talk us through of how does Clean Slate help with a person's immune system, all inside, all internal. What is so important with using Clean Slate to help our immune system?
Your immune system can be overwhelmed and burdened and actually shut off, by different environmental toxins and pollutants. Things like mercury, lead, and aluminum. Mercury primarily will actually just shut off immune function. So then if that's the case, if it suppresses your ability to be immune from different issues, anything that you're exposed to can kill you. We're familiar with the AIDS epidemic, and HIV and such. Those are the extreme cases that if your immune function is suppressed so low that anything in the environment can actually kill you. People don't die from AIDS. They don't die from HIV. They actually die from being exposed to something that the body can't deal with. And so when these different chemicals, these different pollutants all begin to just bombard the body or are continually built up in your body, that are stored in fat, that are stored in your organs, that are stored in your brain, that are stored in your central nervous system, they will begin to cause disruptions over time. They will create weakness. You can think of it like you have a dam that's holding back a lot of water, but over time, due to different environmental influences, if the dam's not completely taken care of, it will begin to crack, it will begin to leak, and eventually it will break. And at that point, it's a bad day. Your health really functions in the same way. If you're not doing what you need to do on a daily basis to support it, eventually the dam is going to break and you're going to deal with a flood of negative things happening to your health that you're not going to be able to overcome.
And Clayton, we see that in our day-to-day lives, we take, maintenance and looking after other things that are important for us, such as cars and where we live. We maintain that and clean through that. So it's super important then, in your opinion, into looking after ourselves internally. What other solutions does your company offer in helping to boost those internal factors for us?
I think our health is so complex, and there's so many things that are really important to take care of. We focus a lot on Clean Slate for cleaning up the mess, but you have three primary components. You've got your brain, your heart, your gut. They're all connected. They control every aspect of bodily function. So you have to feed your gut what it needs to take care of the inflammation, to kill off the parasites, fungus, and allow it to heal so you don't have that leaky gut. It can come back together and work the way it needs to. then you need to feed it what it needs to produce the neurotransmitters that are so important for feeling good and functioning even better, like dopamine and serotonin. The amazing little golden pill of greatness called 0N does that better than anything I've ever seen in my life. It's actually one of my favorite things to take on a daily basis. But then there are other tools to assist in that as well.
And so when you're creating these products, what goes into mind? And tell us through the process of creating that to pinpoint those internal factors for a better and healthier lifestyle.
Well, look at me. You think I'm the genius behind this? Heck no. It's my wife. And so you have the creation of a Harvard nanobiotechnologist with 20 years in biotech that has understood and been around the highest levels of science for creating things from nature and synthesizing them. But now she's taken her work in quantum physics and nanotechnology and bioscience engineering to take what nature's given us and use the best part of nature, combining them in a way to amplify their benefits, to give our bodies what your body needs to do in the best way possible, what we've never been able to do. And we have the best of both worlds. You have the best of science, the best of nature, all combining to make the best you.
Absolutely. So Clayton, in saying that, let's wrap up. What is the one key takeaway you want our viewers to know and understand when it comes to looking after those internal factors in our body and our immune system, of course?
Take a little time and invest in yourself. Don't trust me. Do your research. Go to the link that you'll see right below here momentarily. Check this stuff out. Do what hundreds of thousands of people have done across the world already. Use it. This stuff works. It's outstanding. It'll make you look beautiful. Like Benet.
Well, thank you for that. That's really kind of you. And Clayton, it's really important for our viewers to understand how important it is for us to look after ourselves and in our internal systems as well, and our immune system. You would agree with that, right?
Just a little bit.
Well, it's great having you on the show. I really appreciate your time. Thank you, Clayton.
Thanks, Benet.
That's the program for now. And of course, whilst the Root Brands is a presenting sponsor of this program, all opinions and views in this segment are of course general nature and not to be taken as medical advice. Thank you again to CEO, founder and wellness expert Clayton Thomas for joining us on the Green Edition. You can catch up on this program at tickernews.co. I've been your host, Benet Ozdemir, and I'll see you all very soon.